So in this video we're going to create this simple icon, simple drawing of a human figure, a man I guess, and we're going to do this using the grid structure. So if you go to View and then go to Show Grid, we have this underlying grid structure which is indicated by these thin grey lines. You'll notice in this that I have a darker grey line and then some thinner grey lines inside of that. And we can change the settings for this, which we're going to do from the beginning of this. But you can see that this figure is fitting inside that grid. So for instance, the arm is going over one square. Now this is a little bit confusing because here it goes across half of a square and half of another square. Now when you're working with the grid, you can only draw within the actual square itself. I couldn't have drawn halfway between. And this is because I actually had a grid which uses more divisions. So we're going to go up to Illustrator Preferences, Guides and Grid, and then I'm going to change the subdivisions from 8 to 16. So having more grids within it gives you more flexibility, but it also makes it a little bit more complicated sometimes. But for this, I needed it to be this number of divisions. You can see now that both of the arms fit into the grid exactly. So there's two squares for each one of them. Now this is basically, if you think about this figure, it's all just a box and then another box and another box and another box and so on, with some circular corners and a head which is a circle. So if I draw a circle starting here and drag out, I hold shift. Now right now I don't have snap to grid on, so let me do that. Snap to grid. This is really the key to this because it means that I can very, very accurately have one shape easily sit next to another shape. So for instance, here I'm going to draw a rectangle that goes all the way top for the shoulders, another one that comes down here, and I know that this edge will line up exactly because it's snapping to that grid. Draw another one here, I draw another one here, and then we'll draw one for the leg. We can just duplicate this by dragging this across and holding Option to duplicate it. So now we've got all of the elements, and you could actually leave it as that. That would represent the symbol quite easily. But I'm going to round off some of the corners. So select over all of those shapes. Let's first of all combine these to make them into one. So I'm going to go to Window, Pathfinder. Pathfinder is actually open over here. So let me just click on this first one, Add to Shape Area. And then what I can do is I can select across using the direct selection tool, the white arrow. I can select across those 2 points. I'm going to hold shift and select across these 2 points at the same time, and then I can drag both of these little corner widgets so that both of those arms are being rounded. We could do the same thing with the legs. Here it's easier because I can just drag right across and then I can pull up to round those corners. For the shoulders here, I'm going to select each shoulder, and then at the top here I'm going to set this to 0.125 inches, and there we have it. We've got the figure drawn, and you can see how by using the grid structure it allows you to very easily combine shapes together and make sure that they accurately sort of fit together and create a sense of consistency. So it's easy for me to know that this is 2/3 of that and this is a division of that and so on. Everything sort of fits together comfortably. I've extended this a little bit further by just changing the scale of them. So this one for the boy, I've selected across with the direct selection tool across this part of the body and then dragged it down. And then with the legs, I had dragged this down a little bit further. So from the male figure here, I've made the boy. And then for the girl, I've just added out, or for the woman, I've taken the male figure and then I've just changed it slightly by making the arms come out onto the side. So I'm not going to go into that. This gets a little bit more involved, but you can see that by using this basic structure, you can make a set of elements which all fit together very easily. Okay, so that's it.